You know what's up with it? Hi. What's really good though? What's up with y'all, man? So my own perters. Hello there to the lovely people out there in the world wide web. What's up with it, man? Woo! It's been a hell of a week. It's been one hell of a week for me personally, and for this guy. One hell of a week at work, one hell of a week in the personal life. But you know what? Hey, the beat goes on. You got to continue. You got to keep going. You got to keep on keeping on. Yeah. It's been crazy, though. Man, tonight's topic is...
I know.
We got to go in. We definitely got to go in. But y'all know how it is, man. Every Tuesday, before we dive off into the topic, first we go give y'all the weekend in review and the sports wrap. For those that's just coming in that don't know the platform yet, don't know how we do it, on Tuesdays we do the weekend review and the sports wrap. The weekend review is basically going over anything that was big news, big story, right, big time over the weekend from the last time we seen y'all on Thursday, and then we also do a sports wrap. Right now, with it being football season, the main focus is on football. So we go jump straight into it. So first and foremost, into the weekend in review. Weekend in review, did you hear anything or know anything about first and foremost, tomorrow marks the 30th anniversary for the major earthquake.
They just had one last night in the Bay.
I know.
They had a 4.2.
I was saying that to say on the 17th. Today's the 15th. So in 2 days, on Thursday, March the 30th anniversary of the big 7.9 earthquake that ravaged the Bay Area. So 2 days from now, March the 30th anniversary from that. And just last night, there was another 4.2 earthquake that jolted the Bay Area and some parts of the Northern Valley. So I don't know if anybody out there felt it, if anybody was even aware of it, but yes, I heard and read that we did, in fact, have a 4.2 earthquake last night. Mm-hmm. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into it, see who's our participant. Matt Johnson, what's up with blood? Matt. What's happening,
what's
man?
Up, Matt?
Was good.
What's
yeah,
up,
man,
bro?
it was a 4.2 earthquake. I seen your post. I seen your post, Matt Johnson, on Facebook about it. But yeah, man, some people didn't even know that it went down. Some people just now hearing about it. The shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Was good, fam. Shit, nothing, man. You know, we still at it, like a crack at it, man. Finna get into this good topic for the night, man. So now that we on YouTube, the way it works is we spend the first 5 minutes recapping any major stories over the weekend and the sports wrap. Yeah. So that was the major story. One of the major stories going on over the weekend was there's a 30-year anniversary that's going to be celebrated when it comes to the earthquake, the Great Quake, the 7.9 that ravaged the Bay Area in 1989. October 17th celebrates 30 years.
Yeah, you haven't seen us in a minute.
Yeah, man, I know. We on tonight.
But I see you working out now.
Yep.
That's a good thing.
Get your money, man. Get your money. He been working out for a minute, though. He played football.
So okay. That's good, Matt. That's good.
So that was one thing. The major earthquake is coming up on 30 years. Also, there was a 4.2 earthquake last night. We don't know if some of y'all felt it. If y'all did, feel free to tap in. Let us know if you felt it, if you was affected by it, what you got going on, what you thinking. Is it a coincidence that we had an earthquake just a couple of days away from the 30th anniversary?
Are they building us up?
Let us know what's going on, how you feel.
Are they building it up?
So, also, I don't know if nobody knows, but on the low, it seems like POTUS 45 is in a bit of trouble. For those that don't know what POTUS is, POTUS, that's President of the United States. POTUS. So anytime y'all see that POTUS, POTUS, that's President of the United States. They talking about number 45 right now. 45 has been backed into a corner, y'all. I don't know if y'all heard about it, but yes, We are in a lightweight skirmish slash altercation with Turkey.
Yeah.
That's motherfucking right. So if you was wondering why these gas prices have all of a sudden hiked, if you was wondering why is all of a sudden everything increasing the cost of bread, groceries, and milk, well, guess what? We're secretly in a conflict with Turkey right now, and they are on their way with an offensive press to invade Syria. Of course, we have great interest in Syria, and we have several makeshift bases throughout the country. We got about 1,000 troops over there, and the Turkey government basically let us know, be your ass there when we cross the border if you want to. Anybody in our way that's stopping us from our mission will be dealt with.
Right.
Trump, knowing that we only got about 1,000 bodies out there, said, no, time to motherfucking go. And he done drew the right flag. They withdrawn doing a hasty withdrawal. I'm from the Marines. I know what a hasty withdrawal is. That means you got 2 motherfucking days to get the hell up out of here, or your ass might not be making it back.
Right.
And if you do, it'll be in a pine box. So that means that they got to get rid of all kind of shit. Of course, they won't leave behind any weapons, anything intelligence, anything that can track them or compromise the great government. However, there's going to be a bunch of heavy equipment, construction shit, tanks, all kind of shit. You know, not nothing holding weaponry, but it's going to be shit. They just got to get up there and bounce. And guess what? This ain't hitting mainstream like the Tekashi 6ix9ine story on TMZ. You got to be digging, scratching, and really, you know, have some alerts or something on your phone to get this information. I don't understand why. How the fuck is we not knowing that we are possibly about to be at war with Syria?
Right. And because they want us to be so busy with so many other things and that we don't read. We don't read no more.
Remember?
Our people don't read no more.
Do you remember when we had our last podcast?
Last Thursday?
Last Thursday.
Yeah.
We were talking about the gas prices and the PG&E outage. And I told you, well, I don't know, but just mark my words. It feels like this is a distraction for something else. This may be a distraction for something bigger. And lo and behold, over the weekend, come to find out, we are fucking conflicting with Syria.
Yeah.
So y'all be on the lookout for that, because sometimes they'll do certain shit that'll be like, oh shit, and have our attention over here, while over there they're doing some other shit. So we was focused on the gas prices jumping up and the power outages, while the whole time we are possibly in fucking conflict with Turkey.
Yeah, basically a war.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you know this country is ran off of European laws and rules, and on top of that, we've been there. The United States are some greedy motherfuckers, and they will fight with any fucking body when it comes to trying to get anything over. That's why everybody say the United States is the home of the great. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit.
Let me give a little premise on what's going on. So American troops are hastily withdrawn from Syria under pressure from an encroaching Turkish proxy of forces that consist of Russian aircraft carriers, columns of armored Syrian government soldiers, and Turkish fighting forces. So they got a band of countries. Sounds like they got Turkey, Syria, and Russia working together. You see how shit always come to light? Now, why is it now all of a sudden Russia is like, we don't give a fuck. We're going to supply aircraft and air to surface missiles for somebody who's supposed to be our buddies. We was never in deal with Russia. It was a scratch your back, I'll scratch yours.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that. U.S. military is now carrying out a hastily, risky withdrawal from Syria to avoid major conflict with Turkey. And Turkey has thousands of forces on their way with the backup of Russian aircraft and Syrian government. Y'all be on the lookout for that. I'm not going to go too much into it. I got plenty of research, but we got plenty to get into. But I just wanted to let y'all know that. So that's the week in review was going down. We had that major earthquake, the anniversary coming up on it. Then we had an earthquake last night, coincidentally. And then also on the low, we got a conflict going on with Turkey. And they not playing. All right, so jumping straight into the sports wrap, man. You feel me? It's football season, man. It's week 6, man. 6 just passed. We on 7 come Thursday, man.
What's your favorite football team?
Ooh, these
What's your
motherfucking
favorite
these
football
standings
team?
is not leaving a lot of people happy. I'm gonna tell you that. We're gonna run through it real quick and
Type
make it quick. All right, now in the AFC East, usual suspect, undefeated, kicking ass and taking names. I don't care what you say, who don't like them. I don't give a fuck. The Patriots are 6-0 and they beating everybody
I
ass.
can't stand them, mother.
They beat people ass in an embarrassing fashion, though. They've scored almost 200 points in 6 games, averaging 38 points a game, but they done only gave up 48 points. To my partners that went to school with me in Oakland, y'all help me. How many times 7 going to 48? My bad, 6. How many times 6 going to 48? 6 times what? 6 times 8?
It go in there, yeah.
6 times 8 is 48, right? Yeah, 6 times 7, 42. Yeah. These motherfuckers is only giving up 8 points a game. You can only score a touchdown on the Patriots. They not playing. The Bills is still behind them. The Bills is still behind them at 4-1. They on the bye. The rest of the division, boo-boo. AFC North, Baltimore Ravens, they have now taken off. Lamar Jackson is looking like the future. They have 4-2. They got a problem giving up points, but they can score with the best of them. AFC South, that's a tough little crunch. Houston is taking off right now at 4-2, but be on the lookout for the Colts at 3-2, and they on the winning streak. So I don't know. Houston better be careful because they is on their ankles. AFC West, Kansas City is leading at 4-2, but guess what? They on a 2-game losing streak. They done lost 2 in a row. They giving up more points than they did last year at this time. And guess what? You better be on the lookout for who? I said it, you motherfucking right. Them Raiders. You better be on the lookout for them Raiders. They 3-2 right now.
Oakland Raiders.
They 2-1. They 2-1 on the road, 1-1 at home. 1-1 in their own division, and they on a 2-game winning streak. They face the Green Bay Packers next week. That's gonna be a hell of a battle. Shit. Moving over to the NFC. That's in Green Bay. Moving over to the NFC East. That one is going to be between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cowboys. They both at 3-3. It's anybody's division. Suspects of that division right now is Dallas, though. Them motherfuckers done lost 3 games in a row. Cowgirls, pull your little thongs up to the side, man. Straighten your pants line.
They losing
3 in a row. Man, that's all I'm gonna say about that.
They losing. Dallas losing
3 in a row. They started off 3-0. Now they 3-3.
Good.
1-3 and lost 3.
I don't like Dallas Cowgirls.
Ouch. NFC North, what is dubbed to be the toughest division in football right now, where you got the Green Bay Packers, it's 5-1. Minnesota Vikings, 4-2. Chicago, 3-2. Detroit, 2-1. They just lost to the Packers last night. This is a very tight division. The Packers are leading the way at 5-1, and they have a big lead on the division because they 3-0 in the division. Anytime you got Aaron Rodgers, you got a shot, but they better straighten up that defense. NFC South, New Orleans, 5-1 without Drew Brees. To me, this is looking like one of the strongest teams in the NFC, but be on the lookout for the motherfucking Carolina Panthers because they done won 4 games in a row.
Carolina Panthers.
The Panthers. The motherfuckers won 4 games in a row.
Carolina, I like Carolina.
I
love this Carolina.
They started off 0-2, lost their first 2 games.
Wow.
Then won 4 in a row without Cam Newton.
Oh, where's Cam?
He's hurt.
Oh,
shoulder injury. He's supposed to.
I haven't been watching football.
He expected to come back, but it looked like they may have found their mojo without him.
Uh-oh.
And then you got last but not least. I like saying last but not least, man. The NFC West.
San Francisco.
Because this too is quietly one of the tougher divisions in football. And yes, adjust your motherfucking value. Yes, adjust your value. In the NFC West, the only undefeated team in the NFC, you got your San Francisco 49ers at 5-0, man.
Really?
I know everybody talking shit.
Really?
They ain't nobody. They ain't beat nobody. They beat everybody team that start with a B. Whatever.
They both got some young,
whatever.
Some good defense.
You can call it what you want to. We hated the first 4 weeks, but when they went into the division on the road and put a shellacking on the Los Angeles Rams, at that point on, I stopped naysaying. I stopped. Hey, they playing football. They playing fucking NFL level caliber football. They beating people ass and they not playing. They putting up points. But what I must emphasize on that goddamn 49ers team is their defense. Just like them Patriots, these motherfuckers done only gave up 64 points.
Wow.
In 5 games.
Wow.
So you only putting up 12 and a half against them. You can't put up 2 touchdowns against the Niners, you losing. It's that serious. Shout out to the Niners, 5-0, man. Football is just getting real. Week 7 is upon us 2 days from now. This is where you can tell who really with the shit, who figured it out, and who just gonna ride another wave off onto the sunset. So that's the sports wrap, man. I have to let y'all know about the latest and greatest in football. All right, so that's the sports wrap in the weekend in review. Now it's time to get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you close those curtains.
Yes, please. Damn, that's some fire. Now it's time to get off into this topic, man. And it's
some real shit.
Some real shit, baby.
And Joe,
get into it. Y'all give me just a second.
Thank you guys for coming into the room.
Joe Blow, appreciate you, Mac Johnson.
Someone else in the room. Thank you.
We got a couple other people in the room.
Thank
One other person in the room.
Please,
hold on, real
comment
quick
on this subject. I need you guys to comment on this subject and tell me what you think and how you feel, so we can talk back and forth with each other. Because this is a serious topic, and we gotta talk about it. It needs to be addressed.
All right. Get my research together. Make sure I'm right.
Yeah, it's gonna get deep. It's gonna get deeper, bro.
Yeah, man. It's about that time.
It's gonna get deep.
All right, man. So check it out. Tonight's topic, if you've seen in our live description, we're talking about yet again another senseless murder of an unarmed person that just so happens to be inside of their own dwellings. And this murder is carried through and conducted by, yet again, the police department. So for y'all that ain't heard about it, just now getting tapped in with it, we are talking about the Dallas-Fort Worth police officer that now was just charged with murder for shooting and killing Atatiana. Let me make sure I'm getting his name. Atatiana. Yes, Aaron Dean.
I call her Atatiana.
Shot and killed Atatiana Jefferson while she was inside of her own home just the day before yesterday.
Right.
Authorities have moved swiftly on this one and has charged Officer Dean within 48 hours. He tried to beat them to the punch and
he tried to quit.
He tried to quit, man. He tried to step down. He tried to resign, thinking that was going to change the due process.
Right.
And it didn't. So first and foremost, I will say, I don't even want to say thank you or shout out to the Fort Worth Police Department, but I will say about fucking time y'all doing your job.
Yeah, because they have pressure from them brothers at that church to say they tired.
And because we just got through dealing with Dallas and the Geiger officer chick killing.
Yeah, I know me.
Killing Gene Brown.
You're right.
So that shit is still on our hearts. We still bitter about that. And then how the brother Joshua Brown got killed days after he testified.
Right.
And then it's just like, okay, that happens. And then the following week, we don't even get a week to breathe.
Nothing. It's right back to back.
We don't even get a week to breathe.
No.
And we hit with another ridiculous senseless killing of an innocent person. And what I don't want to do tonight, it's inevitable because we do have to address the elephant in the room, but I don't want us just try to specifically make this about a white and black thing because this shit is bigger than race. This ain't about just whites and blacks.
This is systematic, man.
Because I did some research and some stats on it, and you will be shocked to know that there's been hundreds of people that have been killed by police officers in the United States this year, and over the last 3 or 4 years is what I did research on. And I'm gonna tell you the high percentage and majority of them, at least statistics say, isn't African Americans. First and foremost. So I'm here to let you know, let's not make this about
a black and white.
Black and white. This is a problem with law enforcement. And if we want to point a finger, it's a systematic, maybe a white supremacy problem,
right?
But it's a system problem.
Right.
It's a systematic problem. It doesn't matter if you white, black, or green.
Yeah, whatever.
This is a training issue. This is how these law enforcement officers are being trained to conduct themselves in the public when they deal with us.
Right.
So that's what we're talking about tonight, man. We going in on this topic. We're going in on this subject, man. And I'm going to read y'all some background on the story, what happened on that night, how it happened, and how there was swiftly murder charges brought and what's been going on within the last 72 hours. So before we go into that, let's get to some of these top comments real quick.
Yeah.
So Mac Johnson said, yeah, he's been in about a month break. He didn't feel nothing when it came to the earthquake. Yeah, a lot of people said they didn't feel nothing.
Is he still in the room?
I'm not sure.
We got four people in the room.
Maybe he is.
Who all in the room right now? Can you type on print?
Yeah, hit us up with an on print if you don't mind.
Please hit us up with an on print. We got 5 people in the room.
So
I'm holding it.
So Mac Johnson said that he been gone. That's Joe Blue. She said, wow, that's crazy. Laughing out loud. She said, it sounds like it's about to get deep.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. And she says, Joe says, and it's sad we feel like we gotta give props, but it's like no justice now. You may see a little justice. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think that's a way of just kind of like teasing us, like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we done been so used and adapt to them fucking us over and not doing nothing at all.
Right.
When they actually do their job, it's like
a shock. Yeah.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. No, fuck that.
But you know, my thing is that I'm getting tired of one here and one there, though.
When you say that, what you mean?
When I say that, I mean one cop may get charged and 20 of them out there killing motherfuckers.
Right. No consistency.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. These motherfuckers are not getting charged, and then when we got one charge and everybody happy. I'm not motherfucking happy. I ain't happy at all. Because that bitch should be doing more time. She'll be out in the next probably 6 to 8 years.
And see, that's the thing about it is like,
you know what I'm saying? So there's nothing to smile about and be happy about. Because if anything, they'll probably drop that shit down too. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Let's not put the how they say, don't put the cart before the horse, because we just now getting charges. We ain't got no conviction,
nothing,
and no sentencing yet.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? This is just charges. Them, like you said, charges can be reduced,
all that,
dropped, all kind of shit. So, you know, we just gotta, unfortunately, as a people, we gotta sit back and watch it unfold. But the family, they gotta sit back and ride this wave, and it's just like, damn, it's so ridiculous. Like, who could even imagine having to hear through social media or on the news what the next step is in the case of your loved one? Because you know they ain't telling you shit. You liable to hear something from TMZ before you is the police department.
It's funny how we always hear something from TMZ first.
But they didn't.
They're everywhere.
Drop that story though. But they didn't drop that story though.
But no, he didn't.
You hear me?
I was fixing to say something about
They didn't drop that motherfucker.
Straight forgot.
So we got somebody.
I'm frustrated with this shit.
Absolutely
I'm tired.
ridiculous. Yeah,
I'm really tired.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
I seen a video also like that.
There's an authority and blue problem. Definitely.
Cops are. We see them all the time on Facebook where cops are just misusing their power.
Yes.
So tell them how this story happened. Though.
Yeah. So let me.
So if you guys haven't read about it, go on YouTube Absolutely. And look at the story.
Absolutely.
How it happened was so senseless.
Yeah. All right. So, as you know, I always go in or try to research the topics that we are going through. I got information from BBC.com. That's one of my main resources. I deal with BBC because they are outside of the United States. They're an international news source, and they tend to just
tell
the news. They don't have a dog in the fight. They just tell the news. It's less narrative, and it's just what it is. So I deal with them. I deal with Vox.com, which is an independent news station. And if I deal with one of the mainstream ones, I may deal with Washington Post. Yeah. Just because they got a little history and they were independent when they first started.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I try to deal with third-party independent news resources because I'm not feeling the mainstream. But anyway, I'm reading this one. This one comes from Vox. You can go on Vox.com. All you got to do is Google and type in Atatiana. Her name is pronounced Atatiana. That's spelled Atatiana. Jefferson, Jefferson. Atatiana. Her loved ones and friends call her Tay. Okay, so this is about Officer Aaron Dean, the officer who shot Atatiana Jefferson, now has resigned as of Monday, hours before he was booked on his murder charges. Okay, so I'm gonna go back onto the actual shooting itself and then catch y'all up to speed on how this motherfucker tried to quit the force before he got charged, don't want to cooperate. I mean, it's all kind of shit going on. Mm-hmm. So police in Fort Worth arrest Aaron Dean. He was detained briefly after being released. Initially, Aaron Dean was the officer charged for shooting Atatiana Jefferson. He has resigned. Local authorities have moved quickly in this response, saying that they have moved with every intention of taking actions against this officer. The officer was involved in a shooting, which led to the death of Fort Worth, Texas resident Atatiana Jefferson. They said that they are taking this case very seriously and understands the fury of her death. Dean, who was hired by Fort Worth Police Department in August of 17 and became an officer nearly a year later in April of 18. So what the fuck was you doing for 9 months? You was hired by the force, but you wasn't an officer. That's odd. I highlighted that. He is now currently not cooperating with this investigation into the shooting and will not answer any of the investigators' questions. This is told by the police chief himself.
Is that right?
All right, so this is what happened, y'all. I just had to give y'all a little breakdown so y'all can just get a little bit of an understanding and idea of who you're dealing with. So, the shooting of Jefferson in her home has drawn national attention. At or around 2 o'clock local time, October 12th, a neighbor of Jefferson called the non-emergency hotline. Right. Not 911, but just like a non-emergency hotline, saying he was concerned about a ajar open door on his neighbor's residence and wanted to make sure that she was okay.
Make sure, yeah.
That she was okay.
Make sure the lady that lives there.
Uh-huh. He called a non-emergency line and said that he wanted officers to come out to make sure that his neighbor was okay, to do a wellness check on his neighbor because he seen her door ajar. Okay? So officers responded, and according to the statement released by the Fort Worth Police Department on Saturday, officers arrived at the home 25 minutes later at 2:25 a.m. and responded to what's called an open structure call. This is when you call and say, hey, this door should be locked, but it's open. I don't know if something wrong or not.
Mm-hmm.
Officers approached, and after they see the open door, they walked around the perimeter of the residence. I don't know if this is protocol or not.
Yeah, right.
So they walked around the residence. They went to the front of the residence and seen
not to the ajar door.
They seen the ajar door. They seen the door that was open.
Right.
They didn't give any commands or anything through that open door. They didn't advance through that open door. They seen the open door, and then they went around the sides, around the perimeter of the house. I don't know if that, I'm not a cop, so I don't know if that's police procedure. If you see a cracked door,
right,
then you go around the door to try to see what you can see on the sides. If you see somebody doing something, I don't know.
Right.
We'll find that out.
Right.
But as they proceed to walk the perimeter of the residence, the department said, while doing so, officers saw a person inside standing near a window. Perceiving the threat, the officer drew his duty weapon and fired one shot, striking the person inside the residence. That person was later identified as Jefferson, who was shot while standing in a bedroom. After firing, officers entered the home and began providing emergency aid, but the woman was pronounced dead on the scene.
I would love them to go see the video first.
Okay.
y'all, it's on YouTube. Go and Google the video and see does it say the same thing that they just put into this news. Does it say the same thing?
This is an independent news. So
okay.
And you gotta, this is being a statement from the department.
Right.
So the department also released body camera footage of the shooting, showing what happened outside of Jefferson's home. That's what she's telling you to go look on YouTube, as well as in the residence itself. We haven't seen what happened inside yet. They only show what happened outside. So
if they ain't edited that.
Oh, video has already been edited.
Right.
Already. We're going to get into that.
Right.
But what's been released to the public is only the outside. They didn't show what they did on the inside yet. Okay. The video shows, okay, going back, on the inside of the home as well, which had a door open and the lights on inside. The video shows two officers walking around outside of Jefferson's home, looking into the screen before walking into the backyard, moving toward the closed window on the first floor. One of the officers, who is now identified as Officer Dean, quickly points his flashlight at the window before drawing his weapon. Dean then yells out, "Put your hands up, show me your hands," and then shoots less than 1 second later. Seemingly while right in the middle of repeating his commands. At no point in the release video do the men clearly identify themselves as police officers.
Not once. Not fucking once. So you mean to tell me that we could be inside our house? We already are labeled as hostile, aggressive, loud, and all this shit if we're out in public and some shit is happening. Now we're inside our home.
But
playing the game.
And I ain't even went into that yet. But just think how they even arrived on the scene.
Right.
Because somebody called.
Right.
Saying that
non-emergency
not 911, specifically a non-emergency line. Letting you know this ain't dire, that I don't see nobody life threatened or in danger, but something don't look right. Can you come and do a wellness check just to make sure that my neighbor is good?
Right. And what the thing about the lady that lives there is either that was her mother or her grandmother.
Her mother is in the hospital.
Her mom is in the hospital, so she came over to take care of her nephew, of her 8-year-old nephew who lives there with her mom. So the neighbor did not know. She's
been living there.
Maybe she had been living there.
Been living there, taking care of her mom.
Right. Okay. So maybe the neighbor. I don't know.
So the neighbor knows her.
Yeah.
That's who he was calling for the police to come and check on, was Atatiana. because he says that he hadn't seen her all day and got
wow.
worried
Okay.
when he seen the ajar door.
Yeah.
So he was calling the police so they could come and do a wellness check on her to just make sure she was good and wasn't nothing wrong. So keep that in mind first and foremost. I mean, I've only been around military police and my involvement personally with police officers.
Right.
So I'm not trained. I don't know how, but I'm just gonna go off of common sense, y'all. We're working with common sense. It's not a superpower. You understand? So if you're a police officer, you get dispatched certain type of calls.
Right.
When you are trained, this I do know, that you go through different protocol depending on the type of fucking call. So if this is a non-emergency wellness check type of call, your whole demeanor when you go to that call is not of this is emergency. I gotta go.
This is a threat or
right?
anything. Right.
So when you go and you see, as reported, an ajar door,
right,
you go around the perimeter and you see someone in the house.
Well, you should have went to the ajar door first.
Knock on the door.
And yelled inside.
And let them know. This is what you would think. Common sense would tell you. A door you don't even got to be a cop to know that. Boom, 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 boom on the window, or boom, 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 boom on the door. Anybody home? Fort Worth Police Department. Fort Worth Police Department. Anybody home? And then, if you don't get an answer, you proceed to go to the perimeter. That's just what I'm thinking. Like I said, I'm not a cop. I don't got no degree in law or nothing like that.
That's fucking common sense.
But you would think that would be common sense. But even, okay, say you scratch that. Boom, you did what they did. Boom, you seen the ajar door. Okay, ajar door. Let's go to the perimeter, see if we see anything suspicious. We go to the outside. We don't see anybody on the outside of the perimeter or anything that looks like it's been broken to from the outside, any other broken windows or anything. Okay, but now I see a silhouette past the inside. Let me go back to the front. Or right then and there, let me say,
you go that, or you go one go that way and one go back to the front.
Fort Worth Police Department.
That way you cover both perimeters.
Identify yourself. Come to the front door with your hands up. Whatever.
But you don't just not say nothing.
You see something and you say,
put your hands up and shoot.
Put your hands up. Show me your hands. Bah!
That's some bullshit.
You didn't give me time to put my hands up.
Right. You was gonna
put your hands up.
Ways.
Show me your hands.
You felt like,
What if I had on some handsets and didn't hear you? Remember, I'm in my house, motherfucker. You're in my backyard.
Right. And so this is what they say. There was a gun inside when they got inside.
Okay. Before we go there.
All right.
So in addition to the statement and the body camera video, the police department also released edited footage. Do you hear this? In addition, on top of the body camera footage and the camera shit, they also provided edited footage of a firearm. This is what you was talking about. Officers said that they found in the residence, but it did not offer any additional information about whether Jefferson was in retaliation. I'm sorry, where it was in relation to Jefferson, or if the weapon was ever visible to officers. Let me say that again. In addition to the statement and the body camera video, the police department also provided edited footage of a firearm. Okay, what type of edited footage? Video? Edited photos?
Right.
Why was it?
Because it looks like something that was placed there.
They got two different pictures of the firearm. One where it's facing the wall, facing this way, where the barrel is facing this way, and one from where you first walk in the room and the barrel is facing this way. Something ain't right with that.
Well, this is my take on that little part right there. Is what I observe is this. First of all, she's supposed to have been inside playing a game with her nephew.
Right.
Why would she leave a gun out somewhere where her little nephew is around? He can get to it. He's 8 years old.
Right.
Boys are curious. All right. Then on top of that, say she was in her house and she heard something. Her doors are ajar. She probably left the door. You know, in the South, they leave their doors open because it's cool or hot or whatever. Mosquitoes going, whatever. You know, you let the breeze come through. She in there playing a game with her nephew. She ain't thinking no motherfucker finna come to her door. She heard something. So she grabs her pistol. She starts to walk toward the front. Is that the way you still approach a motherfucker? If you think somebody's inside?
Right.
As a cop? That's bullshit.
All right, so some of our comments. So, Joe Blow said, right, it makes me so sick to my stomach. Joe Blue said, he was just trigger happy.
Yeah.
Somebody said, yeah, she said, what's the point of them having body cam if they can edit other footage?
Right, exactly. Of course. Of course.
So they provided edited footage that showed different views of there supposedly being a weapon, a firearm in the house. Now, the footage itself still did not show if Atatiana had the weapon, where she was positioned in reference to the weapon, or even if she had the weapon.
Right.
They just show a picture of a weapon in the house,
just
laying on the floor.
Right.
Okay. The initial release of the image immediately drew criticism, with observers arguing that the department was attempting to suggest that Jefferson's weapon was relevant to her death.
Right.
The police department later said that this was not in intention. And the sheriff deputy said nobody looked at the video at all and said that there was any doubt in their mind that the officer acted inappropriately. This is what the police chief said. So no matter what, the police chief feels that this was inappropriate. Now, the poor neighbor that called, he feeling bad and feel that it's partly his fault. He feel like he should have never dialed 911 in the first place. If he wouldn't have did that, he feels like she would still be alive. His name is Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith called release to the police on Sunday. He could be heard telling police officers that the door of a home of his neighbor has been open since around 10 on Friday, and he was concerned because he had not seen any movement in the house. I don't know what went on in that house, but one thing that I do know is that that lady was never a threat, Mr. Smith told reporters. So look at that. You know, we all have witnessed those neighbors from hell, right? We at a point now to where is it to the point to where now your neighbor cannot like you, call the police on you, and the police come out.
We went through that in Arizona, didn't we?
Right. I mean, well, we just had the police coming by our house, but shit. Think of it. Fast forward if it was four years later, and they getting down like they get down now.
Right.
Shit, motherfucker could just somebody call the police.
I would never call the 911 unless someone was about to get killed at the time. I don't know.
They could be coming to do a disturbance and you get your head blown off.
Right.
We've seen 2 instances where people were minding their own fucking business.
Right.
Not doing nothing.
Right.
And then got
we've
killed.
seen a bunch of incidents. But
we talking about inside the home.
Right. Inside your home. Right.
We've seen incidents where people would be
their house.
Innocent and unarmed.
Yeah.
But now this has taken this to a whole nother level. Because if no level of security, we feel that we are protected inside our homes, at least to a certain degree.
But this is what we pay them for. They work for us. But they don't make you feel like they work for us.
What y'all think?
I say police our own.
Y'all talk to me. Where are we at with it? Are we at a point to where we can't even?
Who else is in the room? There's 3 other people in the room. Who's in the room?
Are we at a point to where we can't even call the police no more? Talk to us. Let us know what's going on. You know what I mean? Let us know how y'all feeling about this subject.
Because it's real sad.
It's sad. It's getting to the point to where at first we were just worried about a certain ethnic background. We was just fearful for young black men. We were just fearful for young black and brown men.
So what was the statistic that you ran?
It don't matter now because they're killing women too.
Oh yeah, kids too.
And you don't gotta be kids too. You don't gotta be out and about at the party or down the street or outside. You could be inside.
Yeah.
And they killing us.
Yeah.
I know his heart is heavy, but he must know that the men in blue are not our friends anymore. The way they have changed due to their training. Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I know he's hurting though, man. I know he hurt. In his mind, in his heart to heart, he was trying to look out for his neighbor.
Right.
He was trying to help.
It's like I could feel him not being wanting to go to the house and knock on the door and somebody in there and run out and try to kill him or shoot him. I totally understand.
You don't want to get involved.
But it's like, should we start a community group where we can come together and check on our neighbors?
Well, that's gonna be last. That's the last 10 minutes we're gonna talk about solutions.
You know what I'm saying?
What the hell was we about to start doing?
Because
it don't seem like
you. And if you notice, in where you live at these days, you don't even know your neighbor. I don't know my neighbors over here where I live at. Y'all know y'all neighbors? Can you go to your neighbor's house and ask for an egg? Tell them you're hungry?
No.
Can you ask them for a ride to the store? Tell them you got $10? Can't do that shit no more. Everybody's out for themselves.
Out for self.
There's no more coming together as a community. None of that.
So as you said, what's the statistics on people being killed? So I got this information. It may be slanted, who knows, but these are the numbers that I was able to draw. This is coming from Washington Post. Federal force killings. Federal force killings that involve police, people that have been shot and killed by the police in the year of 2017. So this is 17, 18, and 19 data. 2017, the number of people that have been shot and killed by the police in 2017, 986 people. Can you guys see that? Does that read 986?
No, it reads something else.
We're asking them. Let's ask them. Because it's a camera. So the camera's going to pick up whatever it reads. Do you guys see 986? What's up? We got the Fade Show in the building. What's up with it? What's up with it? Let me know. Can y'all see that? Does that say 986 to y'all? Can y'all see that as 986? Yes, it does. Right on. Cool. So that's the number of people that was killed by police in the United States in 2017.
Yeah.
All right. A year later, last year, 2018. Y'all think it went down or up? What y'all think? Y'all think it went down or went up?
I know it's heartbreaking. It's fucking heartbreaking.
Y'all think it went down or went up? Wow, right? I know, right? Exactly. Almost 1,000 people. Yeah. So in 2018, y'all think it went down or went up? It was 986 in 2017. Somebody said up. That's sad. (2018), just last year. You're right. 992.
That's process of elimination.
And mind you, this is what is reported. This is what's reported.
What? Yeah, right.
That they keeping stats on.
Right. And you don't know if that number is true.
2018, 992.
Yeah.
All right. So we still got 3 months left in 2019. What do y'all think about 2019 so far? Have you been hearing more killings and shootings this year or less about it? What do y'all think? Do y'all think it went up or went down so far in 2019? And we still got 3 months, 2.5 months left in the year. What do y'all think it's at? Y'all think it's up from 2018 and 17 or down? The Phase Show said down. Yo, Fave said, what's wrong with mankind? It's a lot wrong with us. It's a lot wrong with us, but it's more than just mankind. It's systems that's put in place that allow mankind to display this type of hatred.
It's the purge.
Somebody said we already matched, I bet, and still got 3 months to go. All right.
Who said that?
Fave Darskin said we already matched, I bet, and it's still 3 months to go. Fave Show said the purge. You see how that shit come back around? All the little movies and shit.
The purge.
And then 2, 4, 5, 10 years later, we really live that shit.
Yes, yes.
Or be going through the shit before they make it.
Mm-hmm.
And then that movie just give us a little snap on what the dinner gonna be.
What's the best way to hide something from people? So
to get to it, as of right now, as of the beginning of October, so far in 2019, 709.
Killed by police.
Down. It is down.
Right
that's
now.
Nothing to be happy about. That's 700.
We got 3 more months
people
to kill us.
That ain't here. 709. So I did the math. So basically last year, 709 is down. And we still got 3 months to go. So basically I did the little math on it. And last year they was killing us at 82 people a month. 82 people a month was getting killed last year on average. And right now we at 74 a month. And we still got 3 months to go. So hopefully it's on the trend to go downward. If everything stays the same, the way the math look out, it looks like it might be like 966 murders. So it looks like it's gonna go down. But look at that. We doing math and stats and playing analytics and games on how these motherfuckers may or may not kill us.
Right. And I know one of us.
We got that much data.
Yeah, but I know everyone in this room knows someone that's been killed by a cop. Everyone that's in this room knows someone that's been murdered by a cop.
How the fuck you have that much data where you can play with numbers? And I'm not even.
Because they play with our lives.
Analytic.
Yeah.
Whatever they call them. But I know how to fuck with numbers. I got a little degree in accounting or whatever. But I'm just taking numbers and playing with it, dividing and multiplying.
Common sense. Yeah.
We can do analytical data on how many motherfuckers they may or may not kill.
Right.
This shit ain't cool, man.
Right. And I was telling my king last week, because my brother got murdered in 2014, right outside, walked right outside his building and walked right back in, shot. We still don't know unsolved murder in San Francisco. We don't know if the cops did it or not. They was killing us then too. 2014, he got murdered.
Like I said, them numbers right there. So them come from the Washington Post and what's reported. So
I know we're expendable.
You think about what the real numbers really look like. That's them counting them numbers, telling us that's what it is.
Right.
So if they telling us that's what it is, you can argue. You hear me? Please. Right. The show said, whoa.
Yeah. What I was telling my king last week was that
no doubt.
It's sad that I have to worry.
I was about to tell him. Yes. okay, so I'm gonna say it, and then you tell them from your perspective, from a black woman perspective, what it's like. So a lot of times, you know what I mean. I'm in traffic. You know, I got a couple different businesses we do. You know what I'm saying? Podcasts, clothing. You know, studio, music. So I'm always on the go, interacting in traffic, meeting with people, doing something. You know what I'm saying? And I try to make it a habit to make sure that when I leave somewhere, I let her know where I'm going, where I'm gonna be at, and about, you know what I mean, when I'm gonna come back, not on some check-in type shit, but just on, you know, hey, anything could happen out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? You at least know who I was with last, who I was supposed to be fucking with, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She will get on my line, not about who you with or why you didn't call me or is you with some females type shit. But every time she called me, she be stressed the fuck out and tell them why you what you hit me about and what your main worry is. If I say I'm gonna be back in an hour and I don't come back in an hour and a half and I ain't called you, what's the number one thing going on in your mind at that time?
Is have you come in contact with the police?
That's crazy.
That's the first thing I worry about, is because I know how they are being trained these days. And like I tell people, it's not just a black thing. It's anything they think they can kill and get away with it, they're going to do it. And especially if you are Caucasian and you're dealing with a black person in your life, or you think you know, they always say, well, you know, little white boy think he black, or little white girl thinks she black. It's just that what hood they raised in. That's how some of them are. You know what I'm saying? They raised around a bunch of black people. That's how they gonna be.
But see,
you know what I'm saying? But
what? Go ahead.
The cops don't it doesn't matter no more. They're just killing you over nothing. Nothing. So yeah, that's my biggest worry.
That's what I was about to say. Is like my thing with it is, damn, it's like I know they've been trained to believe that we are hyper aggressive, you know, threatening, you know, super angry and all that. But these last few killings, y'all have killed us at our most humble, unaggressive, relaxed, subtle, non-threatening manner possible.
Yeah.
Last year, the brother got killed sitting in his house, minding his own business, watching the game, eating some ice cream on some American shit. And a dumbass cop come in the wrong house and kill him. And this young lady, and another thing, let's speak on this, since they always speak on things about the victims. Both of these was college graduates.
Oh, they're not gonna say that.
They have no choice. They have no choice. They can't take your education from you once you obtain it. But they're not gonna highlight it. But it's out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But one was a accountant.
Yeah.
Graduated with a degree in accounting and was a prestigious accountant. And this young lady graduated from Xavier. You know what I'm saying? And was successful. Come on.
No thug, as they call us.
Not at all.
We're all thugs.
Successful, prestigious, young African Americans. One sitting in his own house, chilling, watching the game, eating ice cream. Another one playing PlayStation or whatever, a video game with her little 8-year-old nephew.
Right.
Chilling.
Right.
Come on now.
And you know these days, and I'm not saying all Caucasians are bad, because I don't believe all of them are bad. Because I have a lot of Caucasian friends, family.
Like we said, this is not
a black and white thing. This is about ignorance.
Law enforcement.
Because you got ignorant Caucasians that are calling the police on us, issues. on some minorities, because it's not just blacks they're calling anybody they don't fucking like that's doing something different than what the fuck they do. Okay? And call you can be picnicking or doing whatever the fuck you want to do. And somebody call police, here they come.
Right.
It don't take no 4 or 5 motherfucking cops to pull up.
Exactly.
It don't take no 4 and 5 cops to put me down.
Right.
Why is all these motherfuckers standing on my motherfucking back and I'm hollering I can't breathe? Against one motherfucker. I mean, come on. This shit gotta stop.
But it's not.
You know?
But it's not. So we're about to come to an end. Before we get out of here, we're gonna spend these last 2 minutes trying to kick some solutions around. What can we do? We got some older people, some younger people in the room. What can we do, y'all? Well, how can we start policing ourselves? How can we start making a presence felt again in our own communities to where them motherfuckers at least think twice about coming in and just doing some stupid shit? Because I remember growing up and it was brothers. If it was something going on in the neighborhood, it was 10, 15 brothers that was on the block and they was policing this shit before the police even got there.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't need the police coming through unless somebody got killed or something was on fire.
But see, a lot of the OGs are scared of the youngsters nowadays because these youngsters don't want to put their hands up and fight when they out of pocket. You say something to a youngster these days, you bound to get in a fight with them or they bound to kill you. Okay. So you got to kind of protect yourself at the same time. It's a different set of youngsters these days.
I totally understand that, and you have to maneuver and navigate a certain way. But the thing is, a lot of these youngsters don't have that same energy when the boys in blue come to their block. If you got that energy to try to shoot me down, knock me down because I'm trying to correct you about some illicit behavior, you need to have that same energy when these motherfuckers come through and do stupid shit in your neighborhood like you see that's going on.
Right.
If you can't stand up to them motherfuckers and have that same energy, then I don't respect the line you pushing.
Well, that's because a lot of us are fucking passive. A lot of us want to pray about it. I'm not saying don't pray about it. Well, I'm not saying because they prayed. They prayed when Martin Luther King was marching. They prayed when Malcolm X was marching. They prayed when Farrakhan was marching. They did all that shit. But them niggas was revolutionaries. They was revolutionary. They got out there and they started a motherfucking they put their impact in the neighborhoods and they walked through the neighborhoods and they protected their queens.
So what can we do? We got 2 minutes to talk about it. We got to get up out of here, man. If I got any brothers, and it don't gotta be no age thing, because there's some young brothers out there that's fed up and shit too.
Oh, they real fed up. The young ones are more fed up than the old ones.
Brothers and they sisters and they peers.
Yeah, I think the young ones are more fed up than the OGs
because it's affecting them directly.
Exactly.
Looking at it and shaking our head like, it's sad. But they the ones that's actually in the trenches going through the shit.
Hell yeah.
So if I got any young brothers out there that's on some shit like, you know what, enough is enough. I'm ready to start trying to police our own, and it ain't gotta be on no, red beret type shit, but it could just be, anytime you out and about and you see, something that's, everybody got a moral compass, and when you get that little feeling, this shit ain't cool, this ain't right, your mama taught you better, your grandma, whoever, whatever you get that feeling, man, this ain't cool. And you know it ain't cool, hey man, stand on that. This shit ain't cool. Speak up on it or do something about it.
Right.
You feel me? If
know your rights.
If that's I got brothers out there that's, willing to take a stance, and it ain't just about checking each other, but we gotta do that so that they don't feel that they gotta need to.
Right.
But for more than anything, when we get ourselves in line, so that we can motherfucking stand on the front line so that these motherfuckers don't be sliding through thinking that they can just
and also you little motherfuckers that be out here videotaping shit while it's happening, stop it.
For real.
Stop videotaping that shit. Yeah, if you ain't going if you're not gonna jump the fuck in or say something or speak up,
they're trying to get likes.
Or start screaming, yelling, whatever the fuck you got to do to draw everybody's attention. Stop videotaping this shit.
Yeah, real shit.
Because it's not cool.
Real shit.
For real.
All right, man. We appreciate everybody that came through tonight, man. Once again, another litty topic, man. It's unfortunate we got to keep on coming back to back. We did back-to-back shows with this nonsense, this bullshit, man. But you know what? We gonna be the platform that's gonna give it to you raw from the jaw. We gonna let you know what the fuck is going on because there's some shit in the air, and I know that you smell it. Straight up.
Right.
You feel me? So we gonna keep it on perk as we do
Click
all
the
the
thumb
time.
over there, you guys. Before you go, remember
Everybody
to share
that's
the
in the room
video
right now, if you please go ahead and hit that like button, share it for us one time. You know what I mean? If you ain't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, man. And we're gonna be back at it again Thursday, man. You know, we're gonna try to lighten the load on y'all Thursday. But hey, if they keep on hitting us with the fuckery, we're gonna keep on smashing it and stepping on his head. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Real shit.
Let me tell about myself.
Yeah, go ahead and promote your show, man.
Also, I have a show. I have a show next Thursday at the Texas Class.
Yes.
With Jocelyn Jameson in her fashion show. It's going to be dedicated to breast cancer awareness and liver awareness, cancer awareness. I'll be performing 2 songs. Come out, get a spot. It's going to be live. It's going to be lit. The Texas Class, Sacramento on Stockton Boulevard. Look on my page. You can get the flyer, the address.
It's for a good cause, man. Pull up.
Yeah. You guys come out too. Come out and
everybody
support.
Hit that like button one time for your boy. Yeah. You feel me out. For real, man.
Thank you guys for coming through.
Appreciate everybody for slide, man, as usual, man. We rock with y'all. We rock with y'all. Hey, everybody be cool. We're going to tap in with y'all Thursday. One love.
Love you guys too.
We out.